History in the making. Following the breakthrough of Yellowstone, fans are in for even more stories about the Dutton family with the upcoming prequel series 1883. Ahead of the show's launch, the official teaser highlighted the star-studded ensemble that would be digging into the Genesis tale of the Dutton Ranch and how it came to exist in Montana. I heard 1,000 legends about this area, but no one could explain it. On November 7th, the narrator remarked in the prequel video, "The path west is strewn with failures. A dream came true, and the dream came true. Now we're the land of no compassion." With scenes of migratory settlers and perilous land battles, the film gave viewers a sneak peek at the eagerly anticipated series. In 1883, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill appeared in roles as Dutton ancestors. The couple, who will portray a husband and wife in the prequel, have already expressed their enthusiasm for the film. Finally, the time has arrived for me to tell you about some fantastic news. In August, Hill posted an Instagram video exhibiting the 1883 script. In the Yellowstone prequel 1883, I will portray Margaret Dutton, the founding matriarch of the Dutton family. Wait, you've never seen anything like that before. McGraw, for his part, also shared a video via Instagram where he said, "We're pretty excited about it. Faith and I get to star alongside Sam Elliott. I mean, goodness gracious." The record producer recounted his experience making 1883 a reality in Texas ahead of his historical drama's release. "It was super dusty and super hot. There's no way around it," McGraw explained to Entertainment Weekly in November. "At the same time, it's like every kid's fantasy to do something like this. To put your chaps on, your cowboy hat, and your gun holsters every day. Then you get on a horse and try to survive this journey." The filming procedure, according to his wife, had its own set of challenges. "Although it looks amazing, it's terrible. I think I have a few ribs floating around in my body," Hill noted to EW. "This is real work. I was raised by Edna Earle and Ted Perry, and they believed the best way to teach a child was to get your hands in the dirt. That's basically this in a nutshell. I think so many actors are drawn to co-creator Taylor Sheridan's writing because he is portraying the story in a way that was lived. I gained so much respect for cowboys." For Sheridan, his approach to introducing the Duttons was all realistic storytelling. "I don't build a worth with visual effects," Sheridan nodded. "I go to shoot these corners of the world that people haven't seen. The audience today is so experienced. They've seen so much, so to move the audience becomes more and more difficult. It's incredibly expensive and very difficult, but we can do it as John Ford did it. When you need 50 wagons, you're gonna see 50 real wagons." Here are a few details we know that we'd love to share to all of you. A lot may be wondering whether the show is based on a true story. Well, it isn't. The series, however, is nonetheless influenced by its setting, America's westward expansion in the 19th century. After the United States and France concluded a deal, also known as the Louisiana Purchase, cultural tensions broke out in the American West, resulting in heightened criminal activity that acts as a background for 1883. Historical personalities are also depicted in the series in romanticized forms. Thornton portrays a fictionalized incarnation of Timothy Isaiah Courtwright, also known as Long-Hair Jim, who was the sheriff of Fort Worth, Texas in the late 1800s and was murdered in an 1887 confrontation with gunfighter Luke Short. Hanks also played General George Meade, a real-life U.S. Army officer who was a key figure in the Battle of Gettysburg in the American Civil War, and went on to fight in the Second Seminole War and the Mexican-American War during his brief cameo on the show. In the wake of the Battle of Antietam in 1862, viewers encountered General Meade in 1883. Faith Hill and Tim McGraw are the main stars for the show. In August 2021, it was revealed that country music power couple Faith Hill and Tim McGraw will be starring in 1883 as James and Margaret Dutton. "This is truly a dream job," McGraw said in a statement. "Taylor Sheridan has found a way of storytelling that brilliantly creates these epic dramas and family sagas with so much depth and creativity. The Duttons are tremendous characters, and it's so thrilling to be able to bring them to life. This is the opportunity of a lifetime," Hill added. "The Duttons are a formidable family, and it is an absolute dream to bring such a strong female character like Margaret Dutton to life. I am humbled and honored to work with Taylor and his entire team." In December, the pair, who commemorated their 25th anniversary on set, chatted to People about what it was like to perform together on television for the first time. "We have made it a point not to work on our scenes together until we're on set," Hill said. "It's important that we react to one another naturally as characters, not as husband and wife. It's been incredible to do scenes together and to watch her work," McGraw added, sharing that some scenes hit literally a little too close to home. "We had this scene where she had to slap me. I was expecting a finger slap, but it was a paw to the jaw. There was 25 years of pent-up aggression going on," he joked. "When you see it on screen, you realize it was a genuine hit." Here's what you need to know about Faith Hill and Tim McGraw's characters. Tim McGraw's real-life wife, Faith Hill, plays James Dutton's wife, Margaret. Like her husband Tim, Faith is somewhat of a big thing in the country music industry. Her albums have sold more than 40 million records worldwide, and she's received innumerable prizes, including 5 Grammys and 16 Academy of Country Music Awards. Hill has appeared in a few films before as well, most notably as Sarah Sunderson in The Stepford Wives in 2004. This will be her first time co-leading a performance though. Tim McGraw is the closest thing 1883 has to Kevin Costner in terms of star power, save for maybe one other actress coming up soon. McGraw is an American country music singer and one of the best-selling musical artists of all time, having shifted more than 80 million albums worldwide. Ever been suddenly teary-eyed hearing "Live Like You Were Dying" in a honky-tonk? Tim McGraw is responsible for this. In recent years, McGraw has moved into acting in films including The Blind Side, Friday Night Lights, Tomorrowland, and more. This will probably be his most difficult and challenging acting performance to date. James Dutton, a homesteader attempting to earn a livelihood in Montana with his wife Margaret after leaving a life of poverty behind to strive for a brighter future, is McGraw's 1883 character. Here are also a few casts and their roles that you might encounter while watching the show. Sam Elliott as Shay Brennan. If you looked up the term cowboy in a dictionary, you'd see a picture of Clint Eastwood. If you then searched up the term cowboy, but a bit more likable, you'd see a photo of Sam Elliott. Elliott is one of the most well-known character performers of all time, and he was a regular in westerns in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. He also had an iconic mustache and a wonderfully deep voice. He also played Wade Garrett in Roadhouse, the Stranger in The Big Lebowski, Virgil Earp in Tombstone, and John Buford in Gettysburg. These are some of his most well-known roles. He's also no stranger to television, having won a Golden Globe nod for the TV movie Conager and appearing, sans mustache, as a villain in the last season of Justified. Shay Brennan, a tough-as-nails, gorgeous cowboy who has the mammoth job of escorting a company down the Oregon Trail, is his 1883 character. He has a tumultuous history and does not take fools lightly. Isabel May as Elsa Dutton. Isabel May's acting career is still early, but she has already made a name for herself. The 21-year-old actress has been in the television shows Alexa and Katie and Young Sheldon. In 2022, she'll star alongside Charlie Day and Jenny Slate in the romance comedy I Want You Back. Elsa Dutton, her 1883 character, is James and Margaret's oldest daughter. Mark Rissman as Joseph. Mark Rissman is a well-known German actor who has begun to appear in American television shows and films. Rissman portrayed Scherzer in 2018 thriller Overlord, Wilhelm Gortzman in Amazon Prime's The Man in the High Castle, and doomed Golden Company captain homeless Harry Strickland in the last season of Game of Thrones. His 1883 character is Joseph, a European immigrant traveling with a hired team to escort his party through the frontier. The show is still currently filming its first season. Though the show began airing on December 19th, filming hasn't yet concluded for the first season. Production began late in the summer in Fort Worth, Texas, leaving only 3 months before the first episode premiered. But the program looks to be following its schedule so far, with production expected to continue until the beginning of 2022. Aside from Yellowstone 1883, there's more to see from the Yellowstone universe. According to Variety, the 1883 prequel is part of a wider arrangement between Yellowstone co-creator, writer, and executive producer Taylor Sheridan and Viacom CBS and MTV Entertainment Group, with the goal of developing a number of new shows. The program will also have a spin-off, which is presently running under the working title 6666. According to Paramount Plus. While the project details are sketchy at this point, the description provided with the show's announcement suggests that it would be set on a modern West Texas ranch with a history as tumultuous and possibly as tragic as the Dutton family. Here's a short synopsis about 6666. Founded when Comanches still ruled West Texas, no ranch in America is more steeped in the history of the West than the 6666. Still operating as it did 2 centuries before, and encompassing an entire country, the 6666 is where the rule of law and the laws of nature merge in a place where the most dangerous thing one does is the next thing. The 6666 is synonymous with merciless endeavor to raise the finest horses and livestock in the world, and ultimately where world-class cowboys are born and made. Now that's a wrap. What are your thoughts for a Yellowstone 1883 prequel? Which was your favorite part? Let us know in the comment section down below. We hope you guys like this video and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.